live. Start recording. Good morning. Come on in. Is it working? Come on into the SHAC. It's lovely, warm, dry and safe in here. Come on, it's nice. I've had the heating on since 7 o'clock this morning. It's cool. Not very nice outside. Are you there? Come on. Bring your Poppets with you today. Bring your postcards. I know loads of you have got them. So that's what we're going to do today. A little bit of colouring in. Calm it, hey? Just to calm us all down a bit. Let's have a look. We're early to the party. Before I go and press the wrong buttons, let's just see if any... Oh, don't do that, Greg. See what happens if I do this. There she is. Good morning. You see, I just need to do that and then I know you're there. Hello. It's nice to have your company. It's especially nice to have your company today. And Stuart's in the building with you. So if you have any questions or you're looking for anything or you need a hand or help or a hug, Stuart's your man. And it'll all be fine. Just keep remembering that. Just got to tuck in, stay safe until they call you for your vaccine, okay? Mum and Dad had theirs on Saturday, woohoo. Went like clockwork, worked like a charm. In one door, 15 minutes later out the other, or half an hour, my brother said. Yeah, no problems at all. And they didn't have any side effects. Dad said it didn't, the flu jab's worse. They were going in batches of 10, and apparently my daddy's a dry old stick. Mum went in one door, he went in the other door, and then as that lot were coming out, the next lot were going in, right? Mass. I mean, they're rolling out these vaccines for us. And as my dad was coming out, apparently the lady going past him said, "Is it a big needle?" And my old man went, "Is it a big needle?" Love her. You gotta laugh, remember? Humour. You know what the English are like with their humour, the Brits, eh? Bit of gallows humour. Come on in. It's great to have your company. Leave the umbrellas outside. It was persisting down today when I came over here. Spent ages doing my hair and then I got soaked because I'd left my umbrella here yesterday. I had a good old sort out yesterday. You know, we were talking last week about how to calm the mind, how to compartmentalise things, knicker drawer syndrome, you know, like when you get all your knickers out and then you fold them all lovely, or your socks, yeah. I spoke to Paul, he did his, I was speaking to Linda. Paul had a massive clear out yesterday, black sack job. See, it's clearing out, isn't it? It helps. And I was speaking to Linda and she'd done all her spices, you know, like herbs and salt and that, and I had a little peep. I was thinking about doing that on Saturday. And so I thought, I'll have a little look at, you know, you've got to look at the best before on, haven't you? Best before dates. And there was this whole grain mustard at the back of my cupboard. And I thought, oh, and I smelt it. It was really pungent. French whole grain mustard, like clears your sinuses, that stuff. And I looked at the best by date and I thought, 2019, you know. I said to Dave, doesn't that smell a bit rank? Typical farmer. He goes, "That's all right, that'll do." He said, "Put that in a sauce now, I'll never know." I thought, well, it's only you and me here, mate. But he said it was okay. I found stuff in the back, you know, like garam masala and all those lovely spices that we buy because we're going to cook a curry. 2014. I don't know whether that, is that any good still, do you think? I mean, it's not moving, still the same colour, it's been left in a dark, cool place. I mean, you know, hello. Yeah, so my point is, yeah, compartmentalizing and clearing out and tidying up really, really helps the head. If you're in a little bit at 6s and 2s or whatever it's called, yeah, sort out your sock drawer, sort out your knicker drawer, sort out your spice drawer. Cutleries, that's a good one too. Put all the little spoons in that and all the little bit. It's control, isn't it? It's the little bits that we have got control of. They're the bits that we should be controlling. And behind this door here, I mean, it is a wonder to behold. I won't open it yet though, just in case it all falls out. But I've been filing all my stamps. Yes, I have. Because for the last year, every time I've done a TV show or a project, I haven't filed. I've just pushed it to the side and galloped on to the next job. Panic stations, you see. And so I decided to do some filing, and that was my Sunday. I quite enjoyed it actually. It's certainly going to help. And I thought, I got a bit carried away yesterday, but going forward, I'm just going to do like 1 or 2 hours every day. And so by the new year, it'll be done. It'll be done. Yeah, I've got a lot of stamps. Yeah, and all the old rank ones, happy days, pottery. So there's a box down here, and all the ones that, you know, where we've got the new system in place, so the stamps are finer, all the old ones, straight in the pot, downstairs. Clay work. Nice. Exciting. But today, my friends, are you there? Are you there? I can't hear you. There you are. Right. Thank you. Today, we're going to do some colouring because we haven't done any colouring. Well, we've done colouring, but we haven't taken a finished print and coloured it, have we? I know most of you like doodling, but there comes a point, right, where there's a lot of us who can't draw so well, right? And then we provide you with beautiful art. So, and that's okay too. And so today, the Poppets, Poppets, those little plastic things. No, the precious, what are they called? Our Pergamano Poppets, Poppets. Do you remember them things? Cool, they don't half out when you stand on them. Grace Adam, I remember, little pink thing. Anyway, these are not blimmin' little pink things. These are beautiful Marina Fedotova artwork. So this is what we're going to do today. Now, we've been sending out these Poppet postcards. Are you ready to start? Have you got your tea? Come on in. Come on in. All calm. Let's get started. We can chat while we're colouring. These are really easy. That's the other lovely thing about the Marina Fedotova art. It's really easy to colour in. I so enjoyed getting this ready for you. It really, and I thought, well, if I've enjoyed it that much, then they will too. So what we're going to do, we've got the Christmas ones, we've got the flower ones, and we've got the whimsy ones. So these are for next year. You do know, don't you, that if you buy all three, you only pay for 2. There's a special offer. Stuart will show you where it is. I thought, since it's Christmas coming up, don't say a word. It's not cancelled. It's still the 24th and the 25th. A few plans may be cancelled. We may be having to adapt. We may be having to adjust. But Christmas isn't cancelled. We shouldn't use that word. Christmas, the essence of Christmas, is still here, isn't it? We're just having to change our plans a little bit. Christmas Day, hands up who's coming to the SHAC at 10 o'clock. Thank you. And at 9 o'clock, Hochanda. Thank you. There you go. So that's Christmas morning sorted already. Mince pie, cup of tea, lovely top, 9 o'clock, off we go. There you go. That carries us through till nearly lunchtime, doesn't it? What can I say? It's just a question of changing plans a bit. Right, Poppet postcards. Let's have a look. Our lovely Lisa at work printed all these off beautifully for us. Now, which one are we going to do? Because in case you haven't got them, get them. Because we're going to be using them all year. So you see, you get a large one for colouring in. And then you get a small one of the same in the pack. And this one is where we're going to doodle around it. So we'll create the landscape and the frame and the picture. So these are going to be great. Then we've got her. They're all different ones. Little, large. Now, which one did she settle on? Let's have a look. Fresh. I like her. She's perfect. Isn't she? Just the quintessence of innocence. Beautiful. There she is small. And there she is coloured in. There she is. There you go. So from that to that, that's our job this week. It's really, really easy. Really, really easy. Okay? Isn't it nice? So we're going to learn. We did a little bit of this, didn't we? On the blue. Do you remember when we did the gnomes? We did a little bit of colouring in with a light blue to make their hair like silvery white, and that's what we're going to do again. Okay, that's what we're going to do with her dress. Nice, hey? So I've got the one I got on the bus and went ahead a little bit. That's the one we're going to do. It will take us a couple of days, I should think. There we go. And the other thing, which colouring pencils? Well, red and green, Perga. I'm using polychromos only because I'm in love with them. But the Perga liners, you've got lovely reds, the blending ones you want to go with really. I've still got the red out here. So you've got the red and a nice green. You can mix it up on the blending mat. So you can use the Perga liners. We're still sending out. Oh, that reminds me. Right, and I'm using the polychromos. So I've got my red and I've got my green, and I'll name them as we go. And that corn blue, that lovely sky blue, not corn blue, sky blue. That was in that set of 12. You know the set of 12 that we added? The polychromos. So we got all the greys and that. Now let me get my right glasses. Let me try these on for a start. That's better. Right, isn't that pretty? Very easy. So we're going to use that light, that one, for this area. A little bit of light grey. Yeah. Look, these are all the colours. Right, don't worry, I'm not. And then a blending tool. That's what I'm using, is those ones there. Right, lots of different colours. And a white, of course. So, apart from the greys and the light blue, the Perga liners, you pretty much got them. The white, that light blue's in that set of 12. But anything will do. Listen, even if you've only got a pencil, you know, just don't press so hard. Press lightly, press hard. It's a lesson in pressure. Okay? This whole thing's a lesson in pressure, isn't it? This whole thing, this whole phase of our lives. And that is what it is. It is only a phase. It's a phase, right? This too shall pass. And it is not the event, but how we respond to it that will ultimately affect us. Remember that, okay? So today we're going to colour in a beautiful little poppet. I was thinking as well, I'm going to go into work later to see Lisa and the guys, and I'm going to talk to Lisa about cutting mount board so that we can start a certain size so that we can frame these as well. I think that'd be lovely, absolutely darling. Right, so let's get started. Are you ready to rock and roll? I've got my poppets. Now, how you do this is entirely up to you. I am going to go with the lightest colours first. So I'm actually going to start with these ones. These are the colours that I'm going with, right? Because, I'll tell you why. When you put the red down, the last thing we're going to do is the jacket. We're going to work our way down to the darkest colour. Does that make sense? Only because it's easier when you're putting the blues and the light colours in. You don't contaminate them because you've already done them. Right, and I'm going to lean on something. So I've got my groovy guard. There we go. There we go. Let's come in a little bit closer, shall we? Are you ready for this? Come on then. Let's get started. And I think the first thing we want to do is put some of that lovely light blue in her dress. Yeah? So it looks kind of, and her wings, and you know that whole area, this whole loveliness. So we need a little bit of card. Have you got a little bit of scrap? Let's have a look. What have I got here? Still got a bit there. That'll do. Where I was practicing for the gnomes. The Good family. Wasn't that fun to do? Hey, wasn't that great? Now, these colours, I want to show you something else. Where did I get these colours from? Let's go up close and have a really good look, shall we? Let it focus, let it focus. Now, let's have a look at the fur around her neck, her little collar. Like, see how it's a little bit textured? And the little fluffy bits around the boots. Right? Now, if you look at where we're going, this is what we're starting out with, flat as a tack. Obviously, it's just a beautiful top quality print. But look how we can change the depth. Yeah? Nice, eh? Now, have a look at that little fella down the bottom. Oh, have a look. There he is. There, cool, eh? Now, these colours, let me show you. And we'll keep coming back to her. I want to show you something. Where I found my colours, I went straight to the original art. Let me show you this. This is where I found, I looked at it and I thought, do you know, I can't improve on this. This is the parchment. You know, the Marina Fedotova? We printed it on parchment, didn't we, for you? So nice to do, right? And I just looked at that and I thought, well, I can't improve on that. Why would I try to? And I thought it'd be a really great learning curve for us to learn that grey scale, that light blue scale. See, because it's on parchment, I can see it's translucent, which is lovely, isn't it? It's a little bit, the parchment is a little bit smaller than the printed picture, but you got it in 3 different sizes. It's good, isn't it? Got it in black and white as well, in the same packs. Look, I'll show you. If you look here, this is a great big pack, and in there you've got all the parchment as well. But I just decided that Marina Fedotova's colouring was just supreme, supremo. So I thought, right, well, let's try and do what she did then. I reckon she used polychromos. I do. I reckon she used polychromos. So there you go. That's where I took my inspiration from. Thank you, Marina. You know, why reinvent the wheel? It's already been done, and we're using her artwork under license. I'll have you say, under license. So we are allowed to do this. We're allowed to use her art. We asked. We've got it in writing. We're allowed to use her art. We're allowed to replicate it in small quantities. Yeah. So we're lucky. We're very lucky. Now let's have a look. I'm going to use white, ivory, and sky blue. 146. Are you ready to get going? Come on then. So the first thing we want to do, where's that little bit of card I need? Right, tester. Right, here we go. Let's get started. Let's lay down a little bit of blue. Layers, layers, layers. And so you can see here, we're just going to start, get a flat going. Right, and then we'll just flick. And really, what you want to be doing is flicking where the line art is. If there's a fold, just go along it. Don't worry about getting too dark. We'll do that as we go along. See, just a little bit of flick through there. Marina's artwork is very, very sketchy, isn't it? Let's look at the wings. So you can see how this is just to get your eye and do the pleats on the skirt, because they're really easy. See where the lines are? That's where you're going to put your lines like that. Don't worry, we'll do a bit more down there. Let's have a look at the wing. Let's do this wing. The other thing about this is when you start to do this, just flick, always flicking outwards, right? And what you'll find is when you do this, you'll become familiar with all the detail on there. There's so many little bits and pieces, little tiny elements. Like you'll see the plaits and the hair and the red ribbon that's woven through. You don't see it until you start to colour, and then you'll start to see. Right, and then we're going to go really light, just to get a little bit of blue in there. Right, there we go. Just little flicks. It's not hard. This isn't going to take long, so we don't have to get too too anal about this, so to speak. So just add a little bit of blue through here, right, and then this little feather here. Feather, what am I talking about? Wing. There's another one back there, so we'll add a little flash of blue through there as well. There we are. This won't take long, you know, this art to do. You see this all right? So we've done a little bit of blue in that wing, we've done a bit of blue in that wing, we've done a little bit of blue in that wing. We're avoiding the outside at the moment. See the outside, we'll do that afterwards. Let's just get the definition in here first. Right, a little bit of blue in there. See, the lovely thing about these postcards, about this artwork, is that it's, so now what we're looking at is the bit underneath the skirt. Yeah, so we're just going to flash through here. Just a little bit, little feathery flicks. See? Because the artwork's been sketched really like randomly, that makes it so easy for us to colour in. Right, there's her little legs, so we're going to colour those in red. Right, so just a little flash of blue through here. Thing is as well about these, because they're so pretty, they're lovely for little girls as well. When Dave gave Evie, our granddaughter, a little set, she was so made up. First thing she did was divvy them all up into little piles and say, well, this one's for this girlfriend, and this one's for this friend, and this one's for this friend. And then she just, and now we get messages from her showing us the coloured in ones for all her different girlfriends. Isn't that lovely? There. So we've got a nice layer of blue down now. Yeah? Don't have to do more than that really. Oh, well, hang on. Let's have a look. Right, so we've done the blue on that bit. Let's leave that. Now, let's do our white trick. We've done this before. We've done this together. Get your white. Hang on, let me just empty this. You all right? Hey? You okay? Oh, hello. Be all right. It will. Just got to get through day at a time. Come on, one day at a time. One day at a time, that's all. Keep smiling. Breathe. Yeah, it is what it is. And we're going to take this and we're doing it together in the SHAC, safe, happy and creative. And we're going to do it one day at a time. Okay? And I'm not kidding. If I have to, I'll come back in the evenings to keep us company. It will be fine. Okay? It will be fine. It's only a couple of days. Next week, what's Monday? Yeah, we'll be together Monday again. So we'll be together Wednesday, Friday, Christmas Day, weekend. Monday, bank holiday. I'm here. If you're here, where are you going? Where are you going? Right? We could do that, couldn't we? I was thinking of something really cool. If we could get this done in a couple of days. If it takes a bit longer, it takes a bit longer. But I thought if we could get this done in a couple of days, then we could do something different on Friday, something real special. Hey? Now, what we're going to do is the bit round the neck, what do you call that? A stola or something? Furry collar? And furry booties. Now, we're going to take our white. Let's do the booty bits first. And we're going to flick. Hang on. Do you remember like we do before? Just flick the white. When did we do this? In a plait and in his beard. Do you remember? There you go. So just do white bits coming out. And here, going the same way as the fur would be going. There you go. Like that. I reckon. Right, so we've done the white bits, and then we'll do the same in the fur collar. Okay, in the fur collar. But what we're going to do, if this is the fur collar like that, we're going to go that way, like that, and that way, like that. Okay, just so you can see you're going this way with the white, and then you're going this way with the white. And that's what gives it that lovely effect. So you're going to go out, 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 like that, okay? And then out the other way, just to give it some, this would be nice. Down we go. It's sharp enough grey. That's it. When you hold it to the light, you should be able to see the white. Because we're pressing real hard, aren't we? Let me just... Oh yeah, I can see. You can't see that, but I can. So I've got it where I want it. Yeah. So now, what we'll do is... See, when you do this in white... Look, let me show you on an experiment bit first. Right, do that. And when you go over with the blue... Let me get a bit of a... When you go over with the blue... You see the white? See it comes through? Look, I'll show you. If I press hard... Right, let me show you over here. So you see what we're playing at. There, let it focus. Come on. There it is. You see? So you do the little bit of white, and then when you go over it, you get blue. Don't want to go too dark though, because it's not a blue collar, it's a white collar. White collar. Blue collar worker? No, white collar worker. Hey, hey, hey. Right, ready? So what we're going to do now is just lightly, let's see if it worked. Yeah, of course it did. There you go, a little bit of blue over the top. Just see if that, doesn't that look pretty? There you are. And then in there, just a little bit more. You see this all right? There, white collar. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Can add a bit more white. We've made our point. We've made our point that it's a white collar. And also, we'll be able to add a little bit more depth afterwards when we titivate, because we do like to titivate, don't we? Right, feet, let's do this bit. Just gently go over the top, not pressing hard, just go over the top, like really lightly. There you are, that's all you've got to do. It's not, I'm not racing, but I'm also not getting too caught up in the detail. There we go. There. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So we've got the little fur trick. Got that down, haven't we? Now, while we've got the blue in our hands, let's sweep a bit more. Let's sweep a bit more into the... See where there isn't a line to follow? This is easy, though. Do you remember when we do our swinging like that? You swing, swing. Do it really lightly and swing like that. Okay. Right, so air drawing first, right? And then what we're going to do is just swing, because you're introducing pleats here. There you are. And the other thing is, you know that if you get it in the wrong place, you just rub it out. All hail to the eraser. There you go. So we've got a little bit more blue going, but it makes it actually look white. Now, if I turn my pencil round, see where it's soft on the one side like that, when I turn it round it's sharper. So if I want to get a little bit more depth going where she's holding it, see, I'm just going to flick in from underneath her fingers. There you go, flicking away, light feathery strokes. See, now it looks like she's grasping it, doesn't it? Same on this side, let's do that. She's got pinching it, isn't she? So we're just going to pinch. There we are. She's pinching it. Oh, that was a bit extreme, Grey. There you go. I think one of the things about colouring in is to stop and look and then go back in again. It's considered rather than and then look at it and see what happened. Which is often what we do, isn't it? You do it, you hit and hope, and then you think, oh, that didn't go so well. So the trick is to step back and look. Here, we haven't done him. Should we have another little go at him? So we've got to do his little fur ball. Let's do it while we've got these two pencils in our hands. Let's do it. Right. And we're doing his little fur cap as well, his little hat. Nice. You enjoying this? Come on. And breathe. It's going to be okay. We just got to get through this, okay? We're doing it together. We're here to keep you company. We're here to keep you company. You don't need anything except a couple of colouring pencils. Hey, and even if you don't want to colour in, just join us. Just hang out with us. Hey, it's all right. It's all right to watch what we're doing. Have a coffee, chill. Nice, nice, nice. We'll put a bit of grey in there as well in a minute. Grey it up a bit. Super duper. Right, that's that one done. Now, let me see. Okay, so we've put a little bit more depth in there. Now, grab that blue again. Let's sharpen it a bit. It's getting a bit blunt. Right, now, let's go again. This time, what we'll do is, let's have a look at these pleats round here, because we're going to just add a little bit of depth where it's underneath. Just flick from the corner like that, look. See? Then it looks darker where it's folded under. Yeah? You got that? In here as well, and there. Right, now what we're going to do is all the way along here, let's have a look. What's the best way? Make the artwork come to you, and now just gently, actually I think I'm going to just go like this. So it's a little bit of just a scribble along here, just to get it darker. Here we are, just darker along that line. Okay, just trundle along. Just trundle along with that light blue. Where are we going now? Okay, a little bit of blue in there. Trundle over there. Don't forget we're going to make hers. This is going to look cool. How's it looking? Nice? A bit more in there while we're in the mood. Just define those pleats a little bit more. Hey? Right, cool, cool, cool. Next thing, bubbles. We might as well, we've got them in our hands, so let's go for the blue. Now the bubbles, what we're going to do is actually concentrate not so much on the bubble itself, or whatever they are, snowflakes or snowdrops. There we go. Look, we'll put a bit of white in there. Let's try one first. And then we'll go around the outside with the blue at the bottom, like a kind of a, yeah? A little bit on the inside, but mostly on the outside. What do I think about that? That's not bad. Yeah, let's do a little bit of white. I think I maybe overcooked it with the white. Just put a little bit, like a random bit of white in. That'll do. Probably don't even need to do the white. Forget the white. See if it works without the white. Just a little bit of blue underneath. That one's going to be red. So leave that one. The one on the wand is red. Right, here we go. Little bit of a, like that, look. Just a swing low, sweet chariot. See? Swing, 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 swing. There you go. There we are. Our neighbours had Christmas carols last night. It was lovely. I think it was real music. I think it was actually people, not a recording. It was very lovely. Very nice. Open the back door. Yeah. There we are. How are you feeling? You calming down now? Come on. Be alright. I know. Just imagine you're one of them lorry drivers, sitting in that queue on the M20. Dear God. I mean, it's always been a bit of a joke, but now it just got worse. A lot worse. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah. It's mental, really. But there you go. Come on, we're going to put a little bit of blue around here. We've got a lot to be grateful for, you know, you and I. Here we are. Hey, hanging out, cup of tea, colouring in. Yeah, it's all right, you know. Could be a lot worse. Could be a hell of a lot worse. Good God. Hey? And am I glad that I told the kids not to come home? I know that they weren't happy with me. I know we had a little bit of a, you know, a bit of resistance there. But a month ago, when I grasped the nettle, so to speak, right, let's do this bit round here. I know they weren't happy with me at all, you know. But now, you know, and then we decided that we weren't going to go to mum's and dad's, or they weren't coming here, and we're all going to stay, and everybody's, Sheila and Steve are staying alone. So we'd already kind of, basically, now the rest of the country is coming in line with what we decided anyway. You know, I think you just got to be sensible. Just got to be sensible, haven't you? Got to do what's right for your family and for you. I think we're not daft, are we? And the vast majority of people are doing the right thing. I think so. Here we go. Let's get in there. Make this really nice and dark with that blue. Because that's still part of the same dress, isn't it? Doesn't that look pretty now? Eh? Yeah. So that's it, my friends. You know, we're going to have to get through this week. Be fine. We're not going to starve to death, are we? Good God. I could do with losing a few pounds anyway. There we are. Just got to stay safe, haven't we? Stay safe. Don't be anxious. Set yourself a project. Do something. Do something. Do something, Malcolm. I know what I'm going to do, and I've got some stuff. I've got some ideas with pottery and ceramics, and I'm not going to go mad on it, you know. Not going to go mad, but I've certainly got some good ideas that I want to see if they work or not. Let's ground him, because at the moment he's sort of floating a bit. Let's put a bit of blue under his foot. A little bit of a flick that way and a flick that way. There you go. And suddenly he's not floating. There you go. I think that'll do for the blue. And that'll do for the... Do we want to put any more blue in the dress? Maybe a tiny little whisper through here. Let's have a look. Just a little bit there. Get a soft bit going. A little bit of a swing. Swing. Yeah, I've got a really good idea that I can't wait to try out. But we've got a little bit of work finished to do. We're still sending out orders. Everything from today goes out first class. I mean, whether or not it arrives, I don't know. Whether it'll arrive in time for Christmas. But it will arrive, that's for sure. We're keeping going. Of course we are. Why wouldn't we? You know? Why sit home and watch the news? Why sit at home and watch the news when you could be working and actually helping, you know? Keeping busy. That's the key here, isn't it? Keeping busy. Keep busy, keep occupied. Bake some lovely... If you're a baker, bake something. If you're a sewer, sew something. If you're a colourer, colour something. You know? Just... It's about JFDI. Just do it. JFDI. Just do it. Okay? Don't overthink things. Just know that when you pick up a postcard, postcard, and you start colouring, it will give you the relief and the distraction that will make you feel better. And it's a lot less exhausting doing that. You know, Mark, my son, always used to say, if you jogged a little bit, Mum, you could eat whatever you like, but the thought of jogging fills me with horror, you know? Now, colouring, I can cope with that. I can colour all day long. But to go out there and run around in, you must be joking, in Lycra. Not happening. Not a chance. You see them all out there now. You think, Christ, I'd rather not eat. But I'm sure they, you know, they get there. I'm sure that joggers, I know that they do it because they love it. I'm not sure that it's my cup of tea, personally. You know, and given the alternative between colouring in a Poppet, Presh, our beautiful Presh, as she's called, or running up and down Crowborough High Street in Lycra, I think my Lycra's safe. Oh dear, not a chance. Right, ivory. What we want to do now is tone the skirt down a little bit. Right, so where it's white, let's add a little bit of ivory in the base, around here. So what we're going to do is come up into the blue with a bit of ivory. Not loads. It's not that, look, just a little bit of a, see how it just changes, it tones the white down. It's nice. There you go. Don't need loads, just a little bit. I remember when Mark was younger and we still lived at the other farm, and I decided I needed to go jogging because it was the jogging phase, you know, everybody was jogging to lose weight. And I thought, well, I've got to bite the bullet here. So I said to Mark, come on, we'll do this. And he said, you'll enjoy it, Mum, once you get over that pain threshold. I thought, yeah, whatever. So so I got all dressed up, got all togged up, and so we started running down the country lane, because we lived in the middle of a field, basically. And and he ran ahead. And I said, I did about 50 yards. I said, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this, Mark. And he said, well, he said, why don't you do this? Because we didn't have any lampposts. So he said, there's loads of trees along the avenue. And he said, run to one tree, walk to the next tree, run to the next tree, walk to the next tree. And he said, just go run, walk, run, walk, run, walk. And he said, and what I'll do is I'll run back, run forward, run back, run. So he was running, right, and joining me at the tree, whether I'd walked or... So he did about 10 times more than I did with my... Well, and even the running was, you know, it was a bit of an apology for a run, really. He called it sprint. He said, sprint to the tree, then walk to the next... No, actually, what he said was sprint to the tree, then jog to the next one. Sprint to the tree, then jog to the next one. So I toned that down to jog to the tree and walk to the next one, right? And no point in overdoing it. So I jogged to the tree and walked to the next one. Well, he was just sprinting like a bloody what was that little Tasmanian devil? He was going backwards and forwards. Only did it once. Only did it once. I said, this isn't fun, Mark. I don't have to do everything, do I? I don't have to be good at everything, and I don't have to enjoy everything. And jogging is not my idea of a good time. So my friends, just imagine somebody comes to your door and says, right, you've got a choice. You can either dress up in lycra and trainers and run up your high street, well, or you can sprint to a lamppost, jog to the next one, right, do that. Or you could sit down with a colouring pencil, set of colouring pencils, and you can colour in Presh with Barbara in the SHAC. Wow, what do I think? I know what I think. Right, we're going to do a little bit of blending. Let's see if this works. Let's blend the silver, the blue in her. Let's do this bit here. Just gently go over the blue with the blending nib. Yeah, it's lovely. Let's do all the blue. It just takes away that kind of, yeah, nice. That'll work. See, I could get lost in this stuff, couldn't you? Don't need to do loads of this, but it just takes out that texture. There we go. Makes it look silkier. Nice. Just in the blue. Just stick to the blue. Don't worry about the ivory. The ivory you can't see anyway. Just takes the edge out of the whiteness, doesn't it? Right, so I reckon we're probably getting there now. Don't worry about the cuffs and all that. That's pretty much it, and then we're going to do a little bit of this around each one of these, aren't we? That's it. Round, 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 round. Okay, that'll do. So you could also pick up a little bit of the dark on your nib. Let's try it over here. Exactly. Transfer. Colour transfer. Just to get a halo. Nice, nice, nice. Now, I don't know about you, but I think even without all the additional extra colour, this is one of those ones where we decide where to get on and off the bus. Now, before we continue with the colour, let's do something interesting. Now, take your blue, but this time take a light grey. Let's do it with the light grey first, so you see the difference. Now, behind the wing, or there, just in there, add a little flash of grey there, and here, add a little bit of flash of behind there, and then here as well, just where the wings, like that. Yeah, see how that makes that jump? Look, I need to sharpen my grey though. My grey's a bit blunt. Let me just get into that, get into those corners. See, so what we're trying to do here, we're getting in here, and all round the back here by the head. Do you see? These are the areas that make those wings jump. This bit, round the back of the hair, here and here. Right. So we've got that bit there in, there. Right, this bit here. So we're just going to add a little bit of is that hair or what is that? It's a bit of hair, that, leave that alone. Right, bit of grey there. So this is grey, this is grey. Right, we can always blend that out. Oh, we can always blend that out a bit, can't we? Hang on, I just overcooked that line there. Right, there you go. Get rid. Right, so now with that grey area, what we're going to do is we're just going to, there we go, really lightly bring it out like that. So it goes in and then really almost levitating around the outside. Right, same again on this side, dark in there, and then bring it out really lightly. Check it out, see? Makes a big difference, you know, when you just bring in a little bit of... I find it easier to pull it out like that. There we go. Nice. Now let's take that blue again. Take the blue and we'll go over that grey with a little flash of blue now, just to tone it down and see what that does. Yeah, it does. It's nice. It's nice. Right, there you go. So we just tone that backdrop down a bit. Which grey did I use? Did you just shout which grey did I use? I used cold grey 4. Okay? Cold grey 4. Any grey will do. Pencil will do if you haven't got a cold grey. If you haven't got a grey. Look, see what I mean? How you just, you get that lovely graduation in the background. So, and the blue softens the grey. Right, there we go. Just softly does it. Nice, isn't it? Can always come back and titivate afterwards. But you see how now, brown cow, when you, let's have a look up close and you'll see, like, you see how by adding a little bit of grey around the back, it really makes the dress and the wings and little Presh, she's popping now, isn't she? The Poppet is popping. She pops. Negative space, isn't it? Just using the negative space. Now, if you want to make that pop even more, let me show you. And we could do this right at the end, but if you took a dark grey, like Payne's grey, or what have I got here? Cold grey 6, that'll do. You've got a dark grey anyway, or a pencil. I've got loads of different greys. I'm in love with greys. Cold grey 5, or a black, anything, right? Don't want to make too dark. Sharpest as pencil that you can get without breaking it. Right, now. And then what you'll do is, you'll just go into that, that's it, just in that area there. Just in the tiniest, you don't need loads, don't want loads, just in this little crevice there, like that. There you go. And that makes it jump even more. See, just that tiny little extra. Okay. So let's see, we've done, what's the time? 1:45, is that all? We're rattling through, 10:02. 10:02. Okay. Is something wrong? Have I still got a sound? Have I still got a sound? Stuart, could you tell me? Because I think my bats are just about to die. So my thoughts on this are now that we could do, see, we've done the blue. So the next colour that I would like to go to is the yellows and the browns for the hair. How do you fancy that? Yeah? Stuart, let me know that the sound is still okay, would you? Let's do the yellows and the browns. Now, yellows, let's have a look. Any yellow will do. Nice yellow. I've got cadmium yellow, and then I've got a dark chrome yellow. So we're just tidying it up a little bit. I've got a couple of browns as well to tone down. What am I using here? Burnt ochre. And then there's that nice, what's that brown? Raw umber. I just grabbed any browns that I had. Nothing. I matched it. I'll tell you what I did. I matched it with what Marina Fedotova did. I just thought, yeah. So look. That's me matching the colours. You see, I've got the right red, the right green. I just wanted to emulate what she's done, really. Now, what you'll see is, so we're going to go with and a little bit of white as well. Just so let's have a look. And what we're going to do is just be aware that this area here is a little bit white, right? So we won't put white in. We don't want to get that look, but we'll use the yellow. Right, here we go, and we're just going to add, we'll come out from the parting with a bit of yellow, and on that side as well. And now have a look at what's a holly leaf and what's hair. And let's just get a bit of that yellow going. And as you go round, you'll see what's what. These are such beautiful illustrations. They're a joy, you know. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I thought this is a perfect time now, this week, better than any other week so far. Timing is everything. And I think this is the week where we hang out in the SHAC, we do something really easy, but really beautiful that you can't not love, you know. And it's not cutesy. It's so innocent. There's this beautiful innocence that this Russian illustrator, like I say, Marina Fedotova, I just think she's just got a flourish. It's very, very beautiful. And I just think that this week, hang on, let's do the bells as well on her toes. There you go. She shall have bells on her toes. Yeah, I just feel that this week of all weeks is a great week to do something just lovely and innocent and uncomplicated, you know. You do know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. There, so we've got a little layer of yellow in her hair. Now, let's have a look. I'm going to go, so what did I use there? I used 107 cadmium yellow. Any yellow will do. Don't get hung up on, you know. Don't get hung up on it. Now what have I got now? This one's a bit more of an orangier one. A dark chrome yellow. Yeah. Now let's just go slowly when you're sharpening so you don't break the nib. Usually the nibs will only break when you go too fast. Right, let's add a little layer of the orange over the top now. Bearing in mind we're going to keep that bit whiter because the sun's hitting it, or the snow. Right, we can always add it if we want to afterwards. See, so this is what I'm talking about being particular when you colour in. Stop to consider, do I want to put a bit of orange in there? Don't do it and then go, well, that wasn't right. Have a look and think, does that want to be a bit orange there? Do I want to add a little bit of depth there in that plait? Yeah, I think I do. And don't forget, in the plait, there's going to be a red ribbon woven in there. Look, check it out. Let's have a look at what we're doing. Right, so there's a little red weave in there. Isn't that pretty? It's really pretty. Right. So now let's have a look at where we are and where we're headed. Okay. It's quite straightforward, isn't it? So we've put a little bit of depth in there. A couple of little strands. That'll do. Not too much. Now we need a light brown, don't we, to go over the top. I think I might add a little bit more yellow in there though. Just a bit. That'll do. See, if you cover that up with yellow, you know you can always take your eraser pencil, your pink one, and just go through like that, and you'll get that light effect. You know, if you've got a little bit too adventurous with your yellow, it's not a problem. All you've got to do afterwards is just, there you go, look. Let's get some of that brown in. I'm going to make some stripy brown in there, like proper hair. That's it. So just add a little bit of depth. And again, Marina's artwork gives you the lines. It tells you where to add the shade. See these bits here? Just add a bit of shade up there like that, and then come that way. Does it for you. Such a pleasure to colour. Such a pleasure to colour. There we are. And what I would suggest is, because we've done an hour now, right? And I think what would be really, really cool, because we're going to do this on Wednesday as well, right? So what would be really cool is if we will be able to finish this on Wednesday. We would, you know. So if you've got the postcards and you've done this one to this, do me a favour and hang on for the rest of us so that we can finish it together. Yeah. I mean, what you could do, if you wanted to, is take the smaller one, you know, in the pack, and colour her in, if you wanted to have a go. But I'm using the darker brown now. On Wednesday when we get together, we'll carry on exactly where we left off here, and we'll finish this little poppet, okay? And all we're going to do on Wednesday is the holly leaves and the jacket and the shoes. Yeah, that's all we've got to do left. That's all that's left to do, really. Didn't take too long, did it? I could do this all day, do you know that? But I think what I'd like to do is say, that'll do for today. Hey? See, if you do like feathery strokes like this, then it actually looks like hair, doesn't it? Just have a little look. Yeah. Nice. And then what we'll do is, because we're building up the colour, aren't we? Let's finish on the star. Yellow star, okay? And we're building up the colour. We started with the lightest, and we're still working in the light colours. And then what we'll do is on Wednesday, right, on Wednesday, what we'll do is we'll inject the vibrant colours. Now have a look at this. This is our yellow, right? So what we'll do is just lightly, like we did here, just come out a little bit from the star, like this. Just come out from the star with a bit of yellow. So it looks like a bit of a halo. Right, just the light is emanating from the star. Isn't that pretty? Right, don't worry, we'll use I'm going to show you something. So we'll do a bit of that. There you go. Lightly does it. Now you could use your finger if you wanted to, or you could use a blending tool. Let's have a look. Blending tool's good. And breathe. Acceptance is the word that we're looking for today. Acceptance, okay? Acceptance is the key to all our problems today. Just accepting it. See, I'm a couple of weeks ahead of you because I had my little internal battle, accepting that I wasn't going to see the kids and I wasn't going to see my mum and dad, and I wasn't going to. So I'm in the zone now. I've already done my accepting. Had my little battles in my head, and I'm cool with it. Got a gratitude list going. It's all good. There, doesn't that look pretty? See? So just. Because it's such a light colour, you can really just get that lovely halo going. And then, right, once we've done that, I might add a little bit more brown than that to her hair. But once I've done that, then what I want to do now is, where's that grey? It's the same grey as we used before. Right, let's do this. Right, we're going to put a little tiny drop shadow and make it just on that edge there. And that edge there, just there, and there. Just a tiny little, stay as close to the edge as you can. And a little one there as well. That's it. See how it makes it look dimensional? Right, let's get this out a bit further. Bit of grey. You want a real chisel so that you can get in tight. Not like that. Oh, that'll do. It's sketchy. I've got a bit of a number going there. Right, that looks good. Okay. And then let me get that blending tool again. Let's blend that out a bit. Right, so it's a little bit darker. On that one, that one, that one, and that one. See? So then, the only thing I need now, a bit darker again, that dark colour again, you know, that real dark one that we would just get right in on that edge. See, because it's such a delicate piece of artwork, the illustration, don't want to get too harsh. And the best thing is the blue over the top. So we'll just add a little flash of blue to the drop shadow. There you go, and it tones it right down. Nice. There you go. I'm going to stop fiddling before I spoil it. And that's when your blending tool comes in, because all you do is just soften that line. If you don't like it, if you've overcooked it, well, hello rubber. There you go, look. Nice. And then what we'll do is on Wednesday when we get together, look, see how if I add a little bit of depth around there, that'll make that layer drop back a bit. That's all that we're going to do. So, like I say, hang on for the bus till Wednesday. Listen, if you need the distraction and you need to keep going, to clear your head and redirect your thinking, for goodness sake, keep going. Don't let me stop you, yeah? But me personally, I'm going to park this now. I've got to go into work and sort a few things out. But I'm going to park this now. And then on Wednesday, we'll get together and we'll add the green and the red and the holly, and we'll just complete, okay? And then my hope is that we could finish that on Wednesday, and then on Friday morning, on Christmas Day, we're going to do something really nice together, right? Something really simple. And all we need, we're back to paper and a pen and a pencil, all right? So that's what we'll do Friday. But let's get this beautiful, precious little poppet sorted out on Wednesday. Okay, now stay safe. Stay safe. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Keep smiling. Acceptance is the key, okay? And I shall see you on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And yeah, come on. It's going to be all right. It's just another week, okay? So let's make the best of it. Let's make the best of a bad situation. When life gives you lemons, you make... No, you don't make gin and tonic, you make lemonade. Lots of love to you. Stuart, thanks for your help. Be good. Be good. Lots of love. Bye-bye now.